What's up, crypto legends? The price of Bitcoin is getting a significant bounce here during the last 24 hours. We are pumping above $70,000. Could we hit Monday's highs above $73,000 and even going to all-time high? As we do have a bunch of liquidity, we're going to talk about what we mentioned on yesterday's video and what are the levels that you need to take into consideration for your trading setups. So let's go right away into the content. Now, yesterday we talked about the bullish case scenario breaking out the lower high resistance for that bump and run. However, if we were to break beneath the local lows at $69,000 range, of course, we were looking at the next level of support, that 618 Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high to get that instant bounce. This is where the price of Bitcoin got the bounce. Pivot low, pivot high. We had an old daily level. We had the 618. We created a local double bottom on the lower time frames and we got the bounce. I did get into that long position. I believe so that we could be going all the way up here above the Monday highs, which is just around about $73,000 to take the rest of the profits of this long position, guys. Remember, you do have the best deal down below for Bybit, #1 crypto trading platform, 20% fee reduction and 30K deposit bonus. If you cannot do KYC, you do not want to do KYC, just with an email and a password, you got 𝗬𝗫𝘂𝗺𝗽. It is the second link down below. Let's go right away with the scenarios, guys, because yeah, no doubt, yesterday we were talking about the bump and run scenario here. However, it did not play out. Yesterday, we got the breakdown. You only attempt a long position if you break out the bump and run pattern, then you got a confirmation that you're breaking the lower high trend line, right? Resistance. And you could be looking for more upside potential. We did not break out from that trend line yesterday when we got the video update. We had the movement down. However, that movement down, we talked about two scenarios on yesterday's video. We break out, we got a confirmation that we're likely going to go to higher levels. We do move to the downside, breaking the lows here from Tuesday beneath $68,300. Then, of course, we're looking at the next level of support, which is that 618 Fibonacci point of control zone. We got a daily level as well that was holding very, very nicely at the $67,500 range. That is the level we were talking about for that possible bounce, possible reaction on the lower time frames. What a beautiful reaction. We got a double bottom. This is why I also entered that long position there on Bybit. So we do have billions of dollars of short liquidations above all-time high. I think we could manage to just get that leg up and get those shorts liquidated, looking for the price action to continue to the upside. The bump and run pattern that was mentioned a few days ago, the beginning week, okay, the start of the week of April, basically, we did talk about this bump and run right there and the target zone being the high, of course, managing to climb up here and hitting those highs. It's happening again, legends. We do have a bump and run phase right over here. The target zone is 72,800, obviously hitting that 73,000 and very likely hitting all-time high if we were to go up there in the next coming days, if not hours, right? We do have the halving in 8 days, right? Halving is happening. Supply shock is going to happen in the next coming months. Not really much of an event, you know, price even might drop. Something to take into consideration, of course, you know, hey, this is happening, right? It's happening. It's finally happening. The Bitcoin halving. So going back through the scenarios, guys, levels that we need to take into consideration apart, you know, that I do think, even though we get a pullback, you know, this is going to come up and smash those highs from Monday at $73,000 range. What do we need to take into consideration? We are forming a little bit of a symmetrical triangle right now. This might break to the upside and just continue to the upside, basically. If we were to get that movement down, what I want to make you understand here, keeping it simple, going through the basics, market structure. We have been in this downtrend during the last few days, and with this pump that we've had during the last 24 hours, we have been creating a higher high. So the probability here, as we are creating a higher high, is that if we do get a pullback, the probabilities in creating a higher low at certain levels, certain area, is very, very likely where we are going to get that bounce potentially in the next 1 to 2 days if we were to get that drop during today. So So what is the most important level? We've created a fresh daily level. We have some previous day levels to take into consideration, of course, which is that daily level, previous day point of control, looking at this session volume profile and the previous day value area high. When we do take a look at those levels, it's the levels that we need to take into consideration. Now, when I do zoom out, okay, as the session volume profile loads, we have the higher low support trend line here from the pivot low of Wednesday, the 3rd of April, going here with the next pivot to higher lows, okay? As you can see, during the last 1 to 2 days, right? Well, basically from Tuesday, part of Wednesday, we were holding very nicely that support from higher lows. We instantly came straight back up. If we were to get that movement down, this is still higher low support structure that has been very much, respected during the last few days. If you get that movement down, you got higher low support trend line. When we do zoom in, okay, we do have the previous day point of control that was support here yesterday. I did get into a long position live. This long did actually go to take profit, did not get stopped out just by a little bit. But overall did manage to get that bounce. This breakout yesterday was something that we mentioned on the live stream. We got above the previous day point of control. We did get above the daily open. This looks, okay for scalp longs. However, we are testing some local highs and we are rejecting a little bit of a squeezed area, but overall the trend is to the upside locally. So the longs are in our advantage here with this flip of the resistance support. Okay, so very, very nicely playing out. Let's go directly, guys. What if, the price action is forming a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle in bullish momentum, is bullish. So you're possibly just going to get that breakout and start trading at $71,800 in the next coming hours as, we're just, moving to higher levels. However, as we do realize, if this is going to be, okay, a first wave to the upside, and we're going to, a possible corrective move can go to 50%, 618, even 78 Fibonacci. The most important levels of support that we do have is the previous day value area high and the daily level, which was thanks to yesterday's close. Okay, daily close from yesterday, daily open from yesterday, daily close from before yesterday, right? Creating that daily level. This daily level, previous day point of control, previous day point of control, is important zone. You got a series of higher lows right there. It is close to the 50%, 618 Fibonacci from pivot low, pivot high. You do have that higher low support trend line that was respected yesterday. As you can see before, you got that breakdown, bit of resistance, then back up again, support. This zone, 50%, 618, previous day value area high, it's going to be a chopping zone, guys. This is the area that if we do drop down in the next coming hours, look for those local double bottom, triple bottoms. You get the move, you bounce, dead cat bounce, you test the lows again, bang, bang, previous day value area high, 69,500. Look for that level for the bounce because we've broken structure right now. You're forming a higher high, probabilities in forming a higher low. If you do drop down is very, very high. And if you do break out from here, I'm really not that interested in short positions. I do see the highs being taken as we do have a bunch of liquidity all the way up there, legends. Not much more has to be said on this video update. Just very quick to the point on, basically the levels of interest. If we do go to higher levels, I'm really not that interested in shorting the market. The market is looking bullish. We should have been in long positions, from lower. And, if we do get that pullback, we're probably going to get another opportunity before we hit the target of this bump and run pattern, just like we did here just a few days ago. Legends, remember, 𝗖𝗇, Bybit, you do have the best deals down below in the description. Check them out here. It's the first 2 links. It's super easy to use platforms, easy to sign up, start trading, making some gains on those platforms. And check out the Bybit tutorial to learn how to trade on that platform, guys. Thank you. And I will see you in the next.